Hey guys, what's up? My name is Milanda Banda and this is my channel, and thank you so much for coming back. First things first, please go ahead down right now and subscribe to this channel so you guys can stay up to date when my videos are coming out. I have a few things planned and I'm so stoked to share them with y'all. But for this video, we will be doing an intentional living aka minimalism series, which will focus on ways that I implement intentionality into my own life, and hopefully you guys can take a few things away from it and gain some inspiration. So for this one, I'll be focusing on 15 things I do not buy. But by no means am I saying that y'all should not be buying these things. If you buy it, go for it, go ahead, do you. But for me, myself, and I do not purchase them. I've just kind of learned as I've gone along that some things are just really important to implement into my life, and I care about where things are coming from, where things are going to go afterwards, who is making them, who is shipping them, the whole 9 yards. I care about the whole process from beginning to end, and that's just how I want to kind of, one, be able to give back, but then also how I wish to have things in my life. So without further ado, here are 15 things that I do not buy. I don't buy souvenirs. I know, this is crazy because I love to go places, I love to be with my family. We usually take a good trip during the summer, but souvenirs add up, and those to me are little knickknacks that I just don't need. If I buy a t-shirt from somewhere, typically I only wear it once, if ever. I just don't see that as something to really have. I instead like to do pictures. I will take a picture of something, a picture of a place, and that to me will last a lot longer than me buying a shirt or a hat or a keychain, you know? I do not buy seasonal clothing. Now what I mean by this is when the holiday season is coming around, for example Christmas, I do not buy a Santa Claus hat. I don't buy an ugly sweater. I don't buy those things just because I do not want to spend that money to buy them. Typically they're kind of expensive, surprisingly, but I will borrow them from a friend if I need one for like a party or just something like that to dress up. Go along with clothing and buying things, I don't buy Impractical Clothing. I absolutely love shopping. I always have, I always will. I love fashion and just everything that can come from it. When I buy something, I think through if it will match the rest of my things in my closet. I love neutrals. I love tones that work well with my skin. So I won't buy anything impractically or just on a whim. I'll kind of wait a little bit to buy it and make sure I've budgeted well for it. Buy that. On that, I do not buy quick trends. If something comes into the fashion industry and it's only there for just a few months, I typically won't buy it. One thing, for example, I've been craving to buy myself a cheetah print skirt. I've been waiting for it and I've been timing it, and so trends go away quickly. But I think it's really practical to buy staples and then add to that as you go. Staples will last for a long time. I just think that it's very important to kind of just wait until a trend is done and then go ahead and buy it, you know what I mean? On that, I don't buy a lot of swimsuits. I don't. I only have 2 swimsuits, and I only thought about that because I literally have a black top, a black bottom, and then I have a one-piece suit. And so that's all that I have. I just don't buy them. I don't see the need to have 10 of the tops or 5 bottoms. Swimsuits are not something that I buy. And when I do buy them, I make sure they're good quality swimsuits. They're not ones that are gonna fall apart. When I dip into the pool, I like my swimsuits on me, you know what I mean? Lastly, on clothing, I do not buy impractical shoes. I have a purpose for each one of my shoes. I have one pair of white sneakers, I have 2 pairs of running shoes, and 2 pairs of heels. I have an orange one and blue one. For wedding seasons especially, those are great. Boots in Michigan are an essential. That is something that you need. So I have 2 pairs of boots. That is it. I just buy just enough for me to have. I want to make sure my shoes last a long time, and buying shoes in that sense, like I have to budget for it. And so typically I just say, you know what, I don't let's put my money on food or something else, not on a pair of shoes. So on to hair. I do not do hair treatments. One, I have natural locks, and with my luscious locks I don't do anything. I don't do relaxers, I don't do any of those chemical treatments. Once every 2 to 3 months I'll have it professionally twisted, and that's about it. Someone will wash my hair, they'll dig their nails in my scalp real nice and good, but otherwise I don't do hair treatments or any chemicals to my hair. I grew up getting relaxers all of my life. You know, they put on your edges start burning, you try to tell them that it's burning, and they just say, you got 10 more minutes, and it's like, no, I got no minutes, I'm done. I got a lot of hair damage from it, so hair treatments are not on my list of things to buy. The next thing are hair extensions. Now, there is nothing more beautiful than a fresh set of box braids, okay? They are gorgeous, they're luscious, you can get them booty long. I kind of had to think of the price and the money and the time that I was putting behind them compared to just living in my own hair that I got. Just in case items. Do not see any practicality behind buying something just in case. If you're gonna buy it, have a case for it. You know, like literally have a case to put it in, and then figuratively like have a reason for it. I think having a just in case item kind of takes more space than you need. The new thing that I implemented in my life is plastic bags. I don't buy them. I try my best to lessen my amounts with them, and instead I use reusable bags. So I have a couple, you know, the ones from Trader Joe's or from TJ Maxx or just any type of like home goods things. You guys can find reusable bags, and I always feel kind of like self-conscious when I use these, like I'm putting things in my purse real quick, but I'm not doing that, don't at me. Plastic bags are one of the first steps. It's difficult because like you have to remember to bring your own bags. Like that is the difficult part. But then once you get into the habit of it, like it becomes kind of fun, you know. It's like bring your own bags and to just put things in there instead of having to worry about all these plastics, whether you recycle them or throw them away, like whatever you decide to do. I think it's really important to just kind of try to eliminate plastic bags as much as possible. On the topic of plastic, I do not buy plastic bottles. I do live with my parents, and I do have a younger sister and younger sibling, and so there are times that we'll just buy them when we're going on a road trip. But for me, myself, and I, when I'm by myself, I will typically drink some water in a mason jar because it's cute, it's aesthetic, and it saves animals. I do not buy sodas or pop. I care about what I drink. I love juices. We love juices in our house. So whenever we have Coke or Sprite, we will once, probably every 6 months or so in our house. Typically, I will not buy pop for myself or soda for myself. I'll buy a San Pellegrino. I absolutely love those drinks during summer. They're delicious. They're yummy. But that is the extent of soda that I will buy. I don't buy mugs. Now I know this will hurt a couple of y'all, and I'm so sorry, but I believe that every mug and each mug is created for a purpose of carrying your drink. And with that, I just need one. I just need one mug to do all the good deeds of coffee and tea and warm milk or hot chocolate. I think one mug should be enough, maybe two. You know, if you want one for your first name, one for your last name, you know? But mugs are just not things that I see that you should have a plenty or a bountiful amount of. Talking about coffee or tea, I try my best not to buy mainstream. I try to buy local. Local coffee I have found is delicious. For example, Earl Grey lattes. Earl Grey lattes are my love language, y'all. And this is not saying that I will never shop or never buy from Starbucks or any places like that. No, it's just saying that if I have the choice and if it's around me, I will buy from a local store compared to a mainstream coffee place. And this is one, to support local, but then also too, like, I get to know people in my community. Alright guys, last but not least, thanks so much for hanging on, is I do not buy game apps. I know that's crazy because I am a 23-year-old woman. I gravitate to my phone, and the only things I have on my phone are Pinterest, Instagram, Facebook, Spotify, then I have Venmo, and then I have the weather app and YouTube and WhatsApp. That is all that I believe that I need on my phone. I don't want to be on my phone any more than I already am. I spend a lot of time on my phone, and sometimes that gets in the way of my relationships, and so I try my best to just lessen my time on my cellular device. So I just said I don't want any games. I want no games on my phone. When we go to restaurants, we have, between Grant and I, between my family, between some of my friends, like, we have a no phone rule. Just, you can't be on your phone. I might like sneak in like a little picture for the food, you know, when it comes by, but otherwise, like, no, just no game apps. It kind of just saves time, and it lets you focus on what's important, what's in front of you, the people that you love. And so those are 15 things that I do not buy. I really hope that you guys liked this, and if you want more videos about intentional living, please, 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 first of all, subscribe. Turn on your bell notifications, and then also leave a comment down below of what's something that you do not purchase in your own life. I would love to hear from you guys and comment back and get to chatting. And yeah, so thanks for watching. My name is Milanda Banda. Peace.